Hi, my name is Aaron Ballone, and this is my story. I am 20 years old, and I have lived in the northern suburbs of the Adelaide CBD my entire life. A little over a year ago, I was recommended WorkGain, and I said yes. So my support worker gave them a call, got in contact with them. I came down, met Dr. Boris. We had a chat and we talked about my interests and what type of job or career that I was interested in. And after a bit of a conversation and me showing him some videos that I had done, we kind of settled around the idea of content creation and me being behind the camera, which I was all for. Because I have a passion for that type of thing. So yeah, so we decided on that, and that's what I've been doing for the past 7 or 8 months. I've been the sole number one person behind the majority of the video and just general uploads to all the major social media platforms of WorkGain. Being at WorkGain and doing these projects, it's been really good. The environment here has been definitely different to what I've been used to growing up, and in a good way. Because the environment that I was used to growing up was the high school environment or the school environment where you're constantly put under pressure and you're constantly being pushed into these types of boxes, like do this or do that within this type of time limit. Whereas that doesn't exist at all here at WorkGain, and it's very refreshing. It's very nice and it's very refreshing, and it's mostly stress free. And the fact that, some days I'll feel like I don't do a lot of work, or some days I feel like I haven't done, the best I could. But pretty much every day without fail, I'm getting told, you did a good job today. And it's that feeling that is what's worth it. The feeling of, you know, the feeling of, the whole getting told I'm actually doing a good job. It's a nice change of pace. I have lived my entire life with a disability. I was born with cerebral palsy, and it's been a disability that has affected my life. Um, and it's been like growing up. It's definitely been a struggle trying to find ways to get around situations differently to others, because my mind works differently. Growing up, I'd feel alienated. I'd feel out of place. I'd feel like I didn't belong anywhere I went most of the time, because I'd go out and most of the people that I would see didn't have what I have. You know, I'd walk around and I'd look at people and, you know, I'd know they'd be like, you know, I'd think, oh yeah, they're just, you know, normal person or whatever, but in the back of my mind, I'd always think they have two working hands and I don't, you know? Only the past few years, more so in the middle of my teenage years to the end of my teenage years, I really started to understand that I'm no different. I'm just a human being with a little bit of an obstacle attached to my life. And it's been hard, like, trying to fully believe it, which sucks because I do want to believe it, you know? It's just sometimes I don't. Growing up with what I have, it made me the target of quite a lot of bullying because I was so different to everyone else. Yeah, and you know, kids are cruel. You know, a lot of the time, if you know, a lot of the time, if kids say something, they mean it. And definitely was a difficult period, you know, growing up, having to deal with learning my body and learning my disability, trying to find ways to do things differently and comfortably to others. And yeah, it was a bit hard. Becoming here at WorkGain has been very freeing and it's been very, very comfortable for me. And it's been very accepting, and I've felt very comfortable being here, and I felt very inclusive. I felt like I belong. And that's what I love most about WorkGain. It's the feeling of belongingness. The feeling that Boris and Tony and the people, even the clients that come here, we all make each other feel welcome. And I think that's the beauty of it all. You know, I think that's what matters. And I think if more people knew about WorkGain, and I think they would, I think it would be really beneficial for some people. I may have what I have But these past couple of years, I haven't let it define me. I haven't let it define who I am. I've done my best to prove that I'm exactly the same, I just have a bit of an obstacle. And I hope that my story can give some people the courage to not be afraid and tell their story and open up to these opportunities and see more opportunities like WorkGain gives. Because I think it would be really, really beneficial for people.